Hey Lou, we're back here again for your breakdown on your old training tapes. Today we're going to go through the squat workouts. So we'll just let it play, and then if you can just answer questions and give us feedback along the way and see if there's anything that you've done differently now than you used to do back then.
Sounds good, Tom.
Lou, who do we have in this squat workout here? Looks like
That's Josh. Josh Judge.
Okay.
Yep. This is a kind of just beginning.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna say he's big.
Then is that Jeremiah with the hat on?
Yep.
Mr. Dave Tate.
By the way, folks, we had 4 1,000-pound squatters in 2004. Now we have 34. That proof's in the pudding. You notice Dave double bouncing. Never double bounce. I've got a guy in the gym today that double bounces and he can't squat himself off the toilet.
Why was he?
Because they tried to use the barbell flexion as momentum.
Oh, I got you.
You want to cut momentum on a box.
What was Josh's best numbers? Do you remember?
Josh was not a real strong powerlifter. He's one of the first guys to bench 7. Got $700 for it. Squatted, I think, about over 900 and deadlift about 750.
Okay.
He was more of a kick-ass strong guy than a barbell strong guy.
I noticed that they're going down to a good box height.
Yes,
too.
you notice that box height. And you notice he's very tall. Josh is about 6'6" or better, so he's got a lot of chain up off that ground. Very difficult and a lot of stabilization to hold on to that chain. As usual, I can see Dave Tate stalling over here.
What percentage of chain width were they using?
We would normally use about 120, would it be, about 30% chain weight.
Gotcha. Oh, and then that's Jim Windler.
Yes. Jim Windler on the left. Jim was a running back for Arizona State. Came over, just started super explosive, ended up squatting 1,000 and 7 and 7, and then he retired and wrote a book called 531.
So we got 531 Elite FDS, all came from this side.
I think this right here is 725 of weight, plus the bands.
Plus, it's hard to comprehend unless you've used this bar when you're coming off the box, how much it wants to rock you.
A good box squatter should be able to full squat about 10 to 15% more than they can off a box.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you wear gear or not. Percent's the same. Math is math. Gravity is gravity. Oh.
Almost.
Oh, well, you don't be afraid to miss. Look like he's taking it again. He got forward with that one in case you couldn't tell. Oh, all right. Folks, you notice we left those in there. People do fail sometimes. Don't be afraid to fail. If you're afraid to fail, you'll never succeed.
Lou, where'd all the tattoos go?
I must have taken them off that day. All this training here, Tom, you see, is after I completely ruptured my patella tendon. As box squats don't work, then I was in trouble because I had an 821 squat in 91 when prior to that when I blew it off. And I was never going to live for 5 years. I came back and squatted 920. It was number 2 in the world, only behind Eddie Cohn that year. Wow. And box squats, all box squats. I never did a full squat ever in the gym.
Yeah.
Chuck Vogelpohl never did one. Phil, none of us did full squats. To me, it's a lack of confidence. My guys do them today, lack of confidence. It don't matter if you set a world record in the gym. There's no world record gym lives.
Yeah.
Go to the goddamn meet and do it in front of 3 judges. So I never put it on. I blew my knee off at 760 in the gym. And that was in 91. In 97, I came out of retirement because of Kenny Patterson. And my first meet back, I squatted 760. I had not done a single squat from 91 to 97. Then I got a shoulder replacement in 2005. Couldn't get a bar on my back till 2011. So I did not do a regular squat From 2005 to 2011, my first man did 730 at 63 years old. No squats. So if you tell me you got to do them, my guys have got no confidence and no nuts. I hope they're listening to this, and I hope they look at the size of these guys right here and figure out what Westside's about. And everybody else on this fucking planet. A lot of people like to talk about Westside, but we are Westside.
It seems like this was probably one of Murderer's Row of crews you had here.
Yeah, it was. It's one of the very strongest. I had a bench crew to rival this one, too. Like I said a while ago, Tom, and this tape was made 2000 to 2004. Yep. There was 4 1,000-pound squatters. Now, to date, we have 34 1,000-pound squatters. Over about 105 IPF elite lifters. No one can compare to this. And there's a lot of things I'm very proud of. Because, I out of 10 gyms could match our stats. 30 guys over 8 in the deadlift, 4 over 9. I don't know how many 700-pound benchers we got, but, we're a 1,000-pound bench and 4 guys over 9 in the bench. One of them at 198, one of the biggest benches of all time, period, coefficiently. Like I said, Mike Brown here, Anthony had the world record in the bench at 605 as a teenager, and he did 735. Just to give you an idea what kind of talent this kid had.
And what's crazy is, Lou, that's just the powerlifting side. Not to mention what you did with football, with Olympic athletes, but all this stemmed from all this training.
I literally got out of sports because it's truly it's simple. It's too simple. Yeah. There's no challenge to me. There's literally no challenge. Everybody forgets, every sport they do all this sports-specific stuff. When it gets down to it, it's strength and power. Yeah. You ever wonder why Godzilla kicked the crap out of Tokyo? Because he was 400 foot tall. That's the only reason. He didn't do no sports specific. He just went there and kicked the crap out of the Japanese.
Where or when did you start using the cambered bar? Where did that originate from?
I invented it.
Okay.
Because Bruce Roundy used a bar. It was like a bow bar, but I made one like this because the Russians had one for plyometric work where they would bend over, touch into rubber, and bounce back up. You ever seen that? That's why I made that bar.
And who made it for you at the start?
Tim Van Horn.
Okay.
At Bloomingburg Spring and Water. They have to be very strong.
Yeah. Luke, this safety squat bar has got a reputation before. Can you explain what makes this different than any other one?
This is a Jesse Hoagland bar, the original safety squat bar from New Jersey. And I took the bar and I thought it was too easy, so I moved the yokes this way to make it. It's 35% harder than any other safety squat bar. When Rogerio showed up here, his best safety squat bar was 700. He said he tried 585 in the gym and almost died, almost got crushed.
Yeah.
And Gritter was the same way. Found out when we figured. And I had some guys from England come over. They had a bulldog. You remember the guy real stocky, and he died a few years ago. But he walked up to me and said, "You're not lying." I said, "About what?" He said, "That's safety squat bar." But it will kill a person.
That's Joe Bailiff's?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, see?
Yeah. You can actually see when he spreads the floor.
Right. This is one of the strongest guys I ever had in the gym, Mike Brown.
That's okay.
This guy was a freak.
You look pretty young.
Yeah. At 1074, he been 735 as a teenager when the world record was 600 by Anthony Clark. And he pulled 804. And then he got a girlfriend and he resigned. I got girlfriends. I never resigned. See, all you got to do is put a little bit more weight, call somebody out. You don't get strong lifting little weights. Fred Hatfield said, if little weights made you strong, why don't we just lift little weights?
Yeah.
He was right. Every one of these guys was excellent training partners in their own way, though. Yeah. Mike Brown never said a whole lot, so I'd say shit to him. I walked in one night, it's like 10 o'clock at night. I go in the gym like I always do, real late. Yeah. He's in there doing rows. He does it about every 20 minutes. I said, what the fuck are you doing, Mike? And he goes, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to kick your ass. And I said, well, you're going to have to move your arms to kick my ass. He never got in a hurry to do nothing.
There's a way, and then there's the Westside way.
Yep. You see Dave Tate sitting back on that bench contemplating of starting Elite Fitness. Getting the hell out of this.